Hello and welcome to Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. Today we are bringing you the Miami Dolphins in Carolina face the Carolina Panthers in Bank of America Stadium. The Carolina Panthers obviously having Kenny Stills that was traded to them by the Miami Dolphins in exchange for Christian McCaffrey and a third-round pick. So you got two receivers as McCaffrey was transferred from a running back to a wide receiver, trying to prove something tonight in Monday Night Prime Time. Now, just a quick thing to add that is related to the video is that I did try to use the Monday Night Football intro. I tested it on a short clip and it instantly got copyrighted, so you guys are stuck with the CBS. But guys, it is week 10 and I'm so excited to bring you this one as the Miami Dolphins will be here on primetime football with Jimmy Garoppolo back in action after his dislocated shoulder. And so you know that he wants to come and prove something today, as before he went out with a dislocated shoulder, he did have an interception on the night. So week number 10 is underway here in Carolina, and Kenyon Drake is back to return, and he's going to take it out of the end zone and bring it to the 20-yard line and get to around the 21. And that's where the mark is. So in comes quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo has 5 touchdowns and an interception on the year in 2 games started for the Miami Dolphins. One of those in which he was out with the dislocated shoulder on his non-throwing arm, so he will be fine today. You got the best offensive line in football, led by first-round pick Laramie Tunsil of last year. And then J.J. still nursing the injury, so it's Tevin Coleman and Kenyon Drake. Then when you look at this defense is a very good one with Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson, and Thomas Davis as your linebackers. You will be able to flourish. And of course, you had James Bradbury, who, although is not as good as Josh Norman was, is trying to prove that he can be something here in Carolina. First and 10. And Jimmy Garoppolo is going to hand it off to Tevin Coleman. Coleman going to try to make some yardage there. Gets to the 27. That one for a gain of 5. So it's 2nd and 5 now. Coleman still in the backfield. Julius Thomas is your tight end. They'll hand it off to Coleman again. And Coleman tries to make something work on the outside and gets stopped at the 30. And it'll be a 3rd and 1 quickly for the Miami Dolphins. And Jimmy Garoppolo driving out to pass. Looking, running, fires to Coleman. And that one will be out of bounds. So it'll be a quick 3-and-out for the Miami Dolphins. So in will come Cam Newton. Cam Newton's been having a very successful year this year in terms of the fact that he's been able to run the ball and pass. Now, he does have some interceptions. That's a thing to worry about if you are the Carolina Panthers. But he's been able to rush the ball efficiently and kind of take what he was at Auburn and what he was a couple years ago and put that into his game this year after an off year last year. Now, he is going against a very good Miami Dolphins defense that got back TJ McDonald last week, and you guys saw how he played. He has been playing absolutely fantastic. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 19. They will play action, and Newton's going to unload. That one could have been picked, but it's caught by Kelvin Benjamin. And that one, a gain of 19 on the play. So 1st and 10 now at the 38 for the Panthers. You have Jonathan Stewart in the backfield, and Cam Newton's dropping back to pass. He's looking, fires that one to Ed Dixon, and Dixon gets stopped after a short gain. So it's now a 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line. Kenny Stills, number 83 in the game, and Newton gonna roll out to the left. Running, fires that one to Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen has him to run. Greg Olsen breaks a tackle, and Greg Olsen's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina Panthers. Greg Olsen, another guy just like Cameron Wake that just seems to not age, and he has been playing absolutely outstanding this season. As it, I guess him and Cameron Wake as well as Tom Brady, just age is just but a number for them. But Greg Olsen has been playing great, and that one finishes off a 3-play drive that went 81 yards for a score in just a minute and 39 seconds, which the Dolphins defense, who's been very good this whole year, cannot let up like that. 1st and 10 at the 25 for Garoppolo. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking, fires out one to Devontae Parker. Parker's got room to run. Parker's got some speed, but gets tackled. Probably should have gone to the outside. He did have a block there by Julius Thomas. But Thomas is someone who hasn't been blocking well for the Dolphins. He's been great in the receiving game, but hasn't been blocking well. So we want to see more out of him. 2nd and 7 Garoppolo going to drop back to pass. He's looking, rolls, fires that one to Julius Thomas, just as we said. And once again, like I said, playing very, very well in the receiving game. Just not when it comes to blocking, but that one. A great job by Julius Thomas. 18 yards on that reception. He's finally found his stride with Garoppolo, as well as how he had his stride with Tannehill. 2 seconds to hike, and Garoppolo barely gets it off. He's dropping back to pass on a play action. Fires for Christian McCaffrey, who catches the ball. Christian McCaffrey gets a huge touchdown on that play, and that one was in between two defenders. That is a Hall of Fame throw by Jimmy Garoppolo. And now we're waiting for the best kicker in football, Andrew Franks, to kick it up, and it is good. And I say best kicker in football because he is right now the best kicker in football. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets to the Pro Bowl. 3rd and 9 at the 23. Cam Newton doesn't have Jonathan Stewart, injured on the last play. He's dropped back to pass. Blitz coming. Fires that one to Kenny Stills, who drops it. And that one is something that's a little bit different. You don't really see that a lot from Kenny Stills. 2nd and 8 now at the 7 for Garoppolo. And he's going to drop back to pass. He's in his own end zone at the 1. Fires that one to Anthony Fasano, who we normally don't see in the passing game. But Anthony Fasano is able to get something going there. Nice job there. Great job by Garoppolo to find him. So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 30. And Garoppolo has Coleman in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Coleman, who takes it to the outside after nothing was available up the middle. An interesting way to go there, but instead of a loss, it's a gain of 2, so you gotta take it where you have it. 2nd and 8, 5 wide set for Garoppolo. He's got Leonte Carew in there, and the blitz is coming. Garoppolo rolling, fires across his body. Julius Thomas, and a great throw by Garoppolo. I mean, I feel like I'm constantly saying this, but man, we only saw a little bit of action from him with the Patriots. But I think, you know, with the high regard he had from Belichick, he's been playing outstanding. 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line for Garoppolo and the Dolphins. And he's dropping back to pass, 4-man rush. Looking, fires out with Julius Thomas again. And again, he hits Julius Thomas for a 1st down. Just seems to be the running theme here that Julius Thomas has found his stride with the Miami Dolphins. Couldn't find it with the Jaguars, though. 1st and 15 after delay of game. Garoppolo rolling out to the left. Looks, fires. Garoppolo, oh my God. Hits Thomas again, and he kept both feet in bounds for a 1st down. Breaking 750 receiving yards this season. He's at 761. So edging on that 1,000-yard mark. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 16. Garoppolo driving back to pass. Going to be looking. Fumbles the ball. That's picked up by Jack Conklin. But there is a yellow on the field. And it looks like that yellow flag is going to go on the Miami Dolphins. And I think that one was oh, no, it's Laramie Tunsil. So it brings the Dolphins to a 1st and 20 at the 26-yard line. And Garoppolo's got Coleman in the backfield. 2 tight ends set. He'll drop back to pass. And Garoppolo's looking. Finds that one to Devontae Parker. And that'll be marked at the 9-yard line. So taking that penalty and getting 18 yards right after. And a little slow to get up is Parker. But he's good to go. And you know Gase is saying, oh. But a 3rd and goal at the 7. Drop back to pass. Rush is coming. Fires to Christian McCaffrey, who drops it. Almost picked off and then almost caught by Jarvis Landry. But McCaffrey had a touchdown and drops. But Monday Night Football, no playing around from Gase. He'll accept his field goal. He's got a reliable kicker, and his kicker is going to make that 10 times out of 10. Andrew Franks, great job putting that through. And a great hold by Brad Kaya. So that one will be the end of the 1st quarter here in Carolina. Miami Dolphins 10, Panthers 7. So the Miami Dolphins come into Carolina and are able to make things happen here. We'll try to see what else the Dolphins can do. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for the Panthers. And drop back to pass is Newton. He throws and fires, but that one not going to find anyone. So it'll be a 2nd and 10. Newton's got that big arm, but is unable to connect with a big receiver in Kelvin Benjamin. 2nd and 10 now at the 39 for Newton and the Panthers. He will drop back to pass once again. He's looking, fires, and that one will be complete to Kelvin Benjamin. Now a 1st and 10 at the 24 for Newton. in the pistol set. He's going to hand it off this time to Tiafaro. I think that's our Taliaferro. You know, guys now have crazy names in the NFL, man. Once again in the pistol set. And watch out for the read option with Cam Newton. Newton going to run the read option here. Going to break a tackle from Lawrence Timmons. Going to break a tackle from another man. That's Charles Harris. And then jukes out one more. That was TJ McDonald. That one will go for a super Cam touchdown. And you see the rivals to the Dolphins, the New England Patriots, improved to 4-5 after beating the Broncos. So PAT is up. And the PAT will go straight through. That one will make it a 14-10 game. But now it's a 3rd and 4 for Garoppolo. Got to make something happen here. Going to drop back to pass. Has a man open. That is Devontae Parker. Fires. Parker makes one man miss. Breaks off another tackle. Man, it takes 3 people to get, Devontae Parker down. But we go to a 3rd and 6 now. Kenyon Drake is the back in the backfield. You got Christian McCaffrey in the slot. Garoppolo dropping back to pass. He's looking, rolls, can't find anyone. He had a wide open Julius Thomas in the end zone. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger. It looked like he wanted to, but maybe he had already gone past that read, but he had him wide open. Andrew Franks, the best kicker in football, coming on to make another field goal here. Hold by Kaya, kick by Franks is good. Probably could have put a little more leg on that one, but I mean, he's been extremely efficient for the Miami Dolphins this year. I mentioned it in the last video. He was really close to getting cut this offseason, but was able to make it. So this one by Cam fires to Kelvin Benjamin, and Kelvin Benjamin has got the speed. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5. And this time, no track down, no tackle. Kelvin Benjamin with an awkward celebration scores a 75-yarder. And this one with the PAT will make it 21-13. PAT is up, and the PAT is good. So 21-13. Carolina Panthers up on the Miami Dolphins. And Dolphins have played well in 3 primetime games, but your defense can't be giving up points like that. Play action. Garoppolo has all the time in the world. Garoppolo fires this one to Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker has field ahead of the 10-5 and gets tackled at the 4-yard line. What a money throw by Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, Devontae Parker probably should have had a touchdown there. 3rd and goal at the 2. Garoppolo drop back to pass, roll into the left, looking, and gets hit out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Garoppolo gotta watch that, man. You dislocated your non-throwing shoulder last week. Come on, bud. 4th and goal at the 2. Adam Gase saying we're down by 8. Let's do it. Drive back to pass. Garoppolo fires to Leonte Carroo, and that one is a Miami Dolphins touchdown. Garoppolo now 2 touchdowns on the night in prime time. He's played 3 primetime games. Technically, with the start, has won 2 of them. Although last week's was won by 3 different quarterbacks. This time, Laramie Tunsil gives up a sack. That's something that you don't really see often unless the quarterback can't really find his reads. But the Dolphins' offensive line usually gives their men time to make the play. 6-play, 72-yard drive took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Garoppolo was 2 for 3 for 73 yards. 1st and 10 at the 15 now for Cam Newton. Inside the red zone, they've been efficient. Dolphins sending pressure. Cam Newton fumbles the ball. That was Charles Harris, I believe. And Ndamukong Suh has it at the 50, the 40. Ndamukong Suh at the 30. Is anyone going to catch him? 20, 15, 10, 5. Ndamukong Suh dives in the end zone. Out of all people you think would return a touchdown like that, it's Ndamukong Suh. And I believe that was Charles Harris on the sack. The extra point won't be blocked this time, but barely goes in. But you don't expect a guy like Ndamukong Suh to run it back. And he's back on the field, 3rd and 8 at the 27. Newton, driving back to pass, fires. Oh my God. That one should have been picked off by Xavier Howard. He would have gone for 6 if he got it. He's got the speed to do it. That should have been a pick 6. 1st and 10, Garoppolo making some changes at the line. A minute 17 remaining. Looking, fires in the pocket, throws that one to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey has the speed to do it. He's at the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and no one's going to catch him. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the day. Wow. How's that for a statement? Kenny Stills has only been targeted once tonight, and it was a drop. Christian McCaffrey has 2 touchdowns. That deflated the Carolina, fans. One play, 71 yards, 11 seconds on a slant. Woof. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Cam Newton, drop back to pass. Cam Wake coming, sacks him. The ageless defensive end in Cameron Wake sacks Cam Newton. Man, 33-21. Oh, how the tides have turned. 20 unanswered points for the Miami Dolphins, just like that. 3rd and 18 at the 27. They'll hand it off to try to run some time. Sue won't be able to get there, but Cam Wake does, and the Dolphins call a timeout. And the Dolphins have it at the 43 with 25 seconds remaining. Garoppolo has a 4 wide receiver set and runs some play action. He's going to look, fires to Christian McCaffrey. He's got some room in front of him, but he'll go out of bounds. Smart play by the rookie. I think the flashy thing to do would have, 4 receptions for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. The flashy thing to do there as we await Andrew Frank's kick, which is up and good. But like I said, the flashy thing to do there was to go for the touchdown, but Christian McCaffrey has the knowledge to make sure that he gets out of bounds so his team can get some points. Dolphins score 23 unanswered points on primetime Monday Night Football. They only have 37 rushing yards, but 378 passing yards from Garoppolo at the half. Now, we normally break to a halftime show here, but I thought instead I'd stay with you guys and kind of go over it. So, the Dolphins defense really needs to make 391 passing yards by Garoppolo. That's the first half. But the Dolphins defense really needs to make some adjustments here because although they played well the past 3 drives against the Panthers, giving up 21 to an offense like the Panthers that doesn't really have they don't have a focus. They don't have, a focal point of their offense. So to give up 21 points to them, 2 of them off, 2 touchdowns off of missed tackles, is extremely unusual for the Dolphins. And you want to see them be able to play better. And then, of course, not being able to convert the 2-point conversion, that sucked. But the Dolphins offense has been playing very well. You want to see more out of them in terms of the running game. But when you're able to get it going like Jimmy Garoppolo has been able to do, and that was Charles Harris on the sack there. But when you're able to get the ball in the air like Garoppolo has been able to do, I don't understand why if you're Adam Gase, why you wouldn't take it out of your quarterback's hand. He is hot. We'll see what happens in the second half because he's firing on all cylinders, man. And it's exciting. 16 for 25, 391 yards. And they've tried to run Coleman, 11 rushes for 37, hasn't been able to do it. We bring you back in the 3rd quarter. It's a 2nd and 6 at the 10, and they hand it off. And this one will go for a touchdown. And that's exactly what I was talking about in the halftime break. They're giving up touchdowns that they haven't given up to any other team, and it's very unusual. You don't like to see these high-scoring games because you have a Dolphins defense, which is very good, giving up points that they don't usually give up. But the PAT here on the 15-yard line, kick will be up and good. So Panthers get back on the scoreboard, but still down by 8, which is surprising considering how the end of that second half or first half went. You'd expect Carolina to be complete out of this game, but they just went 7 plays, 75 yards. I know we just showed one of them, but that's the point of it. Garoppolo driving out to pass, rush coming, fires that 1-2. Julius Thomas, and Thomas breaks 2 tackles, but gets tackled by a 3rd man. And Julius Thomas, man, he has been just playing great football. Today, 6 receptions for 101 yards. 3rd and 10 at the 45. Garoppolo driving out to pass, fires to Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey makes 2-man miss. Oh, I wish he stayed in bounds. He would have gone for another touchdown, man. 436 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jimmy Garoppolo has been insane, but you see the injury there. Jake Brendel will be the starter now for the rest of the game. This is a strained tricep to Whitehair. Garoppolo driving back to pass again, fires that one up the middle to Jarvis Landry. And Landry hasn't been a focal point of the offense as of late because, they've just been running Christian McCaffrey, Julius Thomas, and Devontae Parker. And Landry hasn't been able to find his stride. But a 3rd and 12, Garoppolo driving back to pass, fires. I think that one's to Jarvis Landry, who makes an insane catch. Just as I'm saying, he hasn't been a focal point of the offense. Jarvis Landry makes an insane grab off of a beautiful touch pass by Jimmy Garoppolo. And oh man, that was a beautiful pass, man. Andrew Frank's kick is up, and that one is good. It is 43-28. And although you'd like to think to yourselves, oh, this is primetime football, this is a very good game for ESPN, you gotta think that you don't want a game like this. But we'll catch you guys after this third quarter break to get you in the beginning of the fourth quarter to continue my argument. So something I haven't mentioned to you guys in quite a long time, guys, these episodes are brought to you by Trigger 305, Miami's finest podcast, bringing you the realest opinions in all of South Florida. But as I say that, Cam Newton drops back to pass. He throws a screen that goes for a first down. And the Panthers can try to climb back in this one. But as I was saying, you don't like these really huge gains. But Newton dropping back to pass, looking, gets sacked by TJ McDonald. TJ McDonald has been absolutely outstanding since coming back from his suspension. So 4th and goal at the 8-yard line. And this kick is up. No flag on the field. That one will be good. It's 43-31. Whew. This game, I mean, I'm not nervous, guys, but this game is getting a little close here. 3rd and 15 at the 15-yard line. You got Fasano and Drake in your backfield. It'll be a play action. They send the house, but what a throw to Michael Roberts. I hope Garoppolo is not the one injured, but you see, the Panthers defense, 6th ranked in passing offense, but they have been torched up today. But what a throw by Garoppolo. Play action again on 3rd down. Kuechly bites, leaves the middle of the field open, but Garoppolo can't make the throw. I think he might have had Devontae Parker open as well, but Matt Darr, someone who's been having a really good year, but we just haven't shown you much of him this year, is on to punt. And this punt is booming and will fall for a Dolphins bounce at the 8-yard line. Darr has quietly had a Pro Bowl season. You guys just haven't seen much of it, but punters are people too. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Drop back to pass is Newton. Cam Newton looking's got all the time in the world. Cam Newton fires this one deep to Devin Funchess, and he's able to hold on. Cam Newton now at 440 yards passing. Dolphins defense is going to have hella trouble this week if they don't win this game. And Cam Newton running, and Cam Newton jukes 2 men to score. Cam Newton has 2 rushing touchdowns and I believe 2 passing touchdowns on the day. I mean, we talked about McCaffrey versus Stills coming into the game, but it's really Garoppolo versus, you know, Cam Newton. Who makes the mistake first? Dolphins got the ball 3 and out. 2nd and 20 now after a holding. And Cam Newton's going to run a screen. He's dropping back to pass, and Devon Godchow gets him as the screen was read perfectly by Charles Harris. Charles Harris is a guy who's quietly, at least in terms of national media, been making a case for Rookie of the Year. But I mean, of course, us Dolphins fans, we want our guy to win. 3rd and 30 at the 3, and they're going to hand it off. That just sounds like a team that's ready to lose. I mean, if you don't want to take a shot, it just sounds like a team that's ready to lose. 2nd and 10 now at the 45-yard line. John Met's pass is Garoppolo. He's going to be looking. Fires a loft pass to Christian McCaffrey, man. Garoppolo. I wish we could run that back in some slow-mo, because that one was a beautifully placed pass by Garoppolo. 2nd and 10, they'll hand it off to Tevin Coleman, and Coleman has to move and run. Tevin Coleman makes a juke. He could have been in for a touchdown. Instead, it's a timeout. He could have just iced the game. 1st and 10 at the 12. Garoppolo driving back to pass, middle of the field left, wide open. He'll find a man. That's Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey scores his 3rd, count it, his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this is Jimmy Garoppolo's 2nd 5-touchdown performance of the year. He has started 3 games for the Dolphins, one of which he got injured early on his non-throwing shoulder that just got dislocated. Couldn't come back in the game. Gase didn't want to risk it. Had enough faith in Kaya and Dowdy. Took Kaya out, put Dowdy in. But with 40 seconds left, it's a 12-point game. Ball's at the 13. It's a 3rd and goal. Can Cam Newton lead a comeback here? He's got 1 timeout. Cam Newton dropping at the pass, throws. And Jabril Peppers gets in the way of Xavier Howard. One of them should have come down with that. 4th and goal at the 13. Carolina's got another chance. Cam Newton dropping at the pass. He's got time and fires and finds it. Man, it's Ed Dixon who holds on. Just like that, With an extra point, it's a 5-point game. And the extra point is good. 31 seconds and a timeout. If they get this onside kick, this game could become close, but they won't be able to get it. Anthony Fasano is able to get it for the hands team. And make no mistake, the Miami Dolphins will walk away with a brutal win against the Carolina Panthers. And it was exciting, but as I was mentioning before, you know, the plays kept coming quick and quick and quick and quick. If you're ESPN, you gotta love the fact that you had a very competitive game towards the end and that it was really high scoring. But man, it would have been great to come down to a last play. But besides that, this is a very, very good game for the Miami Dolphins to win this one and to continue to improve on the season. And you look at this play, I wish Devontae Parker scored there, man. That's just great hustle. And Ndamukong Suh, the big man, diving in for a touchdown. I just wish that the Dolphins, you know, kind of held back a little bit on defense, but the offense had an outstanding game. I mean, Christian McCaffrey coming into the team that traded him, coming from a running back to a wide receiver, has, I mean, if there's a definition of a breakout game, that's got to be it. And for the Dolphins, if you want to come out with one negative from this game, they need to start running the ball. They need to start running the football. But one thing that's going to happen for the Dolphins that is good, they'll get a guy who is reliable in Neville Hewitt to stay with the team. You know, he's not a starter, but whenever he needs to be called up, he's able to play well and able to stay in place. Now this one, after the bye week, we sim that. We bring you to a game against the Patriots in which it's the 7-3 Dolphins against the 5-5 Patriots. And we bring it to the stats this year. Jay Ajayi, with the attempts he had, 9 touchdowns, a 5.9 average, 2 fumbles, 24 broken tackles, 72 yards after care. Like, he was just playing so well. He was averaging 112 rushing yards a game. But then look at Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman has not been, he's been productive as the backup, but as soon as he got to the starter, his averages plummeted. And he just hasn't been playing well. And Christian McCaffrey, before getting transferred to a wide receiver, was playing fine. This one is the big one for me. Julius Thomas has 5 touchdowns. He's been playing absolutely amazing. He leads the team in receptions with 51, which is something you usually see led by Jarvis Landry. But something that's got swept under the rug, Devontae Parker has 36 receptions for 751 yards, an average of 20.9, a 75.1 average per game, and 6 touchdowns. And Jarvis, who usually only scores 4 touchdowns in an entire season, has 4 by week 12. Then when it comes to the blocking, there are certain guys that have been very good and certain guys that have been very bad. And you're going to see it here. Tunsil has given up 6 sacks. Conklin's given up 6. Asiata's given up 8. But that's so much better compared to what we had before. And 6 out of 10, look, that's bad. But there are certain teams right now that are giving up 22 sacks already by one player. And that's just absurd. So for the defense or the offense line to be playing well, that's great. And then one guy who also is making a quiet case, Raekwon McMillan. He's making a huge case for Rookie of the Year and probably as the best linebacker in the NFL. I mean, think about it. 76 tackles, 37 solo, 39 assists, 6 sacks. I mean, he's been outstanding. Jamin Collins, someone who has kind of been swept under the rug even after the trade, 7.5 sacks and 2 picks. Tony Lippett, another guy who's been swept under the rug, has 4 interceptions this season. I mean, Ahkello Witherspoon has one. TJ McDonald had a game-clinching interception just last week. 2 forced fumbles in only 2 games played. I mean, this team is playing outstanding. They're playing great, great football as a defense and as an offense. And if you're a Dolphins fan, you have to be excited because this team is legit. And I'm going to say it now, they could make a run for the Super Bowl. This game against the Patriots will be the defining one. If they can come out with a win against the Pats, I think there's no way you can't say that this team is a Super Bowl contender. I hope you guys did very much enjoy this video. I really try to bring different aspects to each one that I have so that not every single episode is the same. I want them all to be unique in their own way. And the fact that I've gotten to week 12 now, or week 10 in terms of games, is something that's I'm very, very proud of, because if any of you guys follow me last year, the most I got to was week number 2, I think. So the fact that we're at week 10, the fact that I've already recorded the season, I already know what happened, but this was a month ago that I finished recording, and I wanted to wait, so I kind of got shocked with you guys as I was editing, as I was recording, to make it interesting, not only for you guys, but for myself, to bring a different perspective of not just play, cut, record. I want to make this an experience for you guys and me, so I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts on the Dolphins season so far in this, not in real life. And then also, guys, make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. The end credit will hit, and when the end credit hits, you'll be able to see the previous Dolphins episode, which was posted Monday, as well as my recent upload, which I believe will be about Jay Ajayi. So hope you guys did very much enjoy this video. I will see you guys next time, and as always, peace.